folks. Welcome to Moontime Devotions. Our next episode, episode 1. The official episode 1. Our first episode beforehand was our prelude episode. I noticed the editor had told me that I made a little error there, but today is our actual official episode 1, and we're very excited that we actually have a special guest today, a very special person. And so without further ado, let's jump into our program. All right. Well, folks, welcome to another wonderful episode of Moontime Devotions. We have our special guest here, the one and only Ash Montoya. Thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Great to be here.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what got you started in the film industry?
Well, when I was a kid, always wanted to make movies. I truly believe, and I believe this now, that I have and can make movies that are better than anything that has came out today. But of course, I have other projects. I do, like the video content, things like that, music, what have you. And I think I'm the most transgressive artist of the 21st century.
Wow, what a feature to have you on here. We're very honored to have you. You're actually our very first, our second guest. You're a celebrity guest, so our last guest was not necessarily a celebrity, so it's quite the treat to have you on here. I know your time must be very precious. So what kind of projects have you been working on in the last couple weeks?
Well, I finished up my EP, Pagan, which is out now. I've already recorded my third album, and so you can listen to Pagan Baby on Spotify, Ash Montoya on Spotify. I have that, and then I have the Ash Montoya Super Show. That is a continuation of my old show, but bigger and better. And yeah.
Wow, okay. How long has this show been going on for?
Also, sorry to interrupt. I also am working on a zine right now. But yes, what were you gonna ask?
I was curious, how long has the Ash Montoya show been airing?
The Ash Montoya show? The actual? So I started the show last year, beginning of 2024, but it's just, the Ash Montoya show is pretty much the same as my other podcasts. It's just the same show. I just changed the names over and over again. I've been doing it since 2017. So, and then just over the years, I just changed the names of the shows. It's the same show pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah.
Must have been quite the passion project of yours.
No, not really. I wouldn't call it passion projects. It's something I've always done on the side.
So, how has COVID impacted your career and things that you're working on?
Well, COVID, which I completely forgot about, didn't really impact my career at all. I've always been doing the same stuff as I always have. It just hasn't impacted me at all. I mean, is that what you're
Yeah, I mean, that's just what I was getting at. Some companies, some industries, a lot of people struggled during COVID-19. COVID-19 came and hit the country like a storm. And so a lot of projects were on halt. And so I was curious, to see if that affected.
No, I didn't know. And the people I worked with, we just did the stuff. We made stuff anyways without, what was that thing? The quarantine or whatever. No, I didn't stop projects or anything.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, COVID was really a ring around the rosy, pocket full of daisies kind of thing. It really took out most of the world, but I'm glad to hear that it didn't affect you much, especially when the quarantine actually was in full effect. It seems that so many artists out there, if you will, have been struggling ever since to kind of keep up with their momentum. But it's fascinating to see that you've managed to keep the consistency despite what's been going on with the country. I've got another question for you. I was curious now, what do you plan on doing as you get further into the industry? What is your career going to look like in the next few years?
Well, everything's going to be bigger and better than ever before. I will be making a lot of money. I'll be in a mansion somewhere, maybe like Albania, somewhere like that. Yeah.
Wow.
I'll have my supercars. I'll have a harem of women, and yeah. But anyways, there's gonna be bigger, better than ever, and also the projects might get, as I get richer, they might get a little more racy.
Okay.
If you will, a little bit.
How do you mean more racy? What do you mean by that?
Maybe I'll start revealing my real beliefs about I'm not gonna people. I'm not gonna say who.
Okay. Right. But, well, that's all relevant to your career, I suppose. Upgrading it or degrading it, regardless. That's the ups and downs we go through as we try to, make it in the industry. The industry is a tough place. What do you think about the environment of the industry? Has it been toxic? Has it been tough? Has it been distressful?
I would say it's not toxic in a way where it's not toxic in somebody tried jacking me off at my workplace, or somebody said the wrong gave me the wrong pronoun. Not in that way, but I just think that it's toxic in a way that's I don't know. People are people are just very scared. They're very awkward, and they don't really make anything that interesting. And I make stuff that's very interesting and engaging, and like I said earlier, transgressive. And so I don't know if that answers anything.
Absolutely. No, that totally makes sense. I guess it's different for everybody and their experiences. It varies, it varies as we go through the years culturally too, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
So, this new LP that you came out with, is
EP.
EP? Yeah, EP.
Yeah.
LP, TP, whatever you want. Is it the new album? Is it a new album or a new
EP.
musical composition? So what is the EP?
An EP is an EP. EP's just a few songs. It's not a real album.
Okay, so an EP is a couple songs that you just released.
Yeah.
I'm very new to the the music side of things, the terminology of it all. I've never been much of a musician whatsoever. I'm more on the TV show side of things. But okay, so an EP is a segment of, or a section, or several selection of songs that we can use in a track list, I would say. Now, is this going to be like your last composition, or are you going to continue to make these?
No, this isn't my last composition at all. Unless I die near my birthday. I'm turning 27 soon, maybe. But no, I'm making another album right now, and I'm gonna keep making music. However, I'm gonna soon end my artistic career, and I'm gonna move into other things, like porn, and
Wow.
I'm also gonna start my own school,
Sure.
online school,
A lot of money in those
about
fields.
how to get rich quick, and I'm gonna be doing stuff like that. I'm just gonna end my artistic career and get into that stuff, and my
You
last
might even
film,
call it anthropornology.
I was talking, and I'm gonna make a last film, which is gonna be a very art house film where I get head from a dime square girl. I'm not gonna say who, but from one of them. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna end my film career.
Getting ahead on the track and field, you know.
Yeah.
Kind of like a frog and a tongue. Getting
Yeah,
flies.
whatever that means.
Yeah. Well, it's like frog and tongue life, you know. Like we were talking about in our last episode, there's this thing called bingo breath. And a bingo breath is this great little analogy that I came up with, resulting in the state of the world and the Panasonic tailspin in which that we're in. But it's a positive affirmation of some sort, you know. If you have bingo breath, you're on the winning side. If you're on the winning side, you must be on God's side. So that's a beautiful thing. Who are some of your biggest influences as far as your art goes and what you create? Is there any heroes out there you'd like to note? Or?
No, I'm not. I don't consider myself an artist. No, I don't make. I
More of a
make
bridge
stuff.
builder?
Whoa.
You more of a bridge builder or a...
Yeah, art's the same as building a fence. It's the same as, flipping burgers. It's the same as playing basketball. It's the same thing. I don't make art. I just make stuff and without any inspiration and meaning and devoid of any of that, and I just create. Yeah.
Okay, wow, yeah, so you just kind of bring this self-inspiration from inward and draw it out yourself, not necessarily in the sense of art, but really just...
I'm only interested in making money.
Okay, yes, well, success is an important
That's
thing.
why I'm not gonna be into art anymore, because I'm not making that much money doing it, and that's why I'm getting other avenues like porn and the school, my online get rich school.
Absolutely. Well, I think anthropornology can really help you out as you continue on with your career. You know that they told me that it's like kind of like a kinetic bagel getting lost in Paris. As you go forward, you know, in this economic success that you're trying to fight for. It's really exciting stuff. If you were going to talk to any young entrepreneurs out there just starting, what advice would you give them?
Advice. I think advice I would give is go all in on red, as in you just have to go all in, and you can't, I also too, I would say, like, don't go to school. Education's bad, and you should only be going to college if your parents have enough money to pay. You have enough money to pay off your loans and everything, and just to bang college girls. That's the only reason why you should go to college. But
oh goodness, yes.
yeah, that's my advice for entrepreneurs. Don't go to college unless you have enough money, and that should be your sole purpose. And also, I think a good start, a startup business is to get rich. People ask me, like, where should I begin? Should I get into crypto? Should I get into stuff? Yeah. I'm not gonna say that right here, right now.
Okay.
You're gonna have to wait to when my website launches and subscribe for at $688 a month, and then I'll tell you. But that website will come out roughly in 4 years, probably.
Wow, so you have your own website that's going to be able to promote these things?
Probably in like 4 years, 4 to 8 years, I would say.
Wow.
So they're have to find out 4 to 8 years. 4 to 8 years.
Okay.
4 to 8 years.
Okay.
Not 48 years.
Yeah, not 42 years either. You don't want 42 or 48, you know? That can be kind of a teeter-totter. So, what's your favorite city to operate out of, and why? Think City Slickers. Remember that movie?
I didn't watch City Slickers. Yeah, I don't. When that movie came out?
That movie came out in 1987, I believe, I think.
Yeah, that movie's a little before my time. But
It had Adam Calhoun in it. You kind of look like Adam Calhoun.
Yeah, he's probably not as pretty as
No, we have the most beautiful guests, so you definitely sparkle a little brighter than those in Hollywood.
I mog all the previous guests that have been on, by the way. So you asked me what favorite city to operate out of.
Yes.
Probably. Well, my favorite city to operate out of is
There's a lot of good cities out there, you know. Well, where did you grow up? Let's just start there. Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Albany, Oregon.
Wow. Okay. Fresh out of a can of worms, huh? What was it like growing up in Albany, Oregon? I gotta say.
It was all right.
Humble beginnings.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it was a smaller city, so I just became famous by default.
Would you like it? Did you like it more than Washington, or the neighboring state?
Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better than Washington. But you know, I'm not really a fan of Oregon or Washington. They're pretty much the same state, except for Washington has more these ghoulish people that are, you know, on heroin and stuff, and
Oh goodness.
and Oregon has more rainbow people that are they're like the Portlandites are like
Wow.
they're like hipster, but they're like outdated hipster.
For sure. You get a little, well, you get a kind of a mix, right? You get the city hipsters, you get to taste the rainbow, you get a little bit of the can of worms and fishing. There's a lot of fishing in Oregon. I just moved here, and I gotta say that I noticed a lot of people fishing.
Yeah, but there's like fluoride in the water, so I don't know why you would fish.
Oh,
here.
really? Fluoride in the water.
Yeah.
I heard that can make salmon meat taste a little more tender, but it just depends, I guess.
That might be. Why are there so many gay people here?
Yeah. Wow. Oh my goodness. What's your opinion on gay people?
Well, gay does mean happy, but I think they're fine. Yeah, I think they're fine. They're fine, but you know, I don't know.
Do you think you can find true happiness by tasting the rainbow?
Well, I think you find happiness by following Allah.
Ah, so
Yeah.
you're a Buddhist?
No, I'm a Taoist. Taoist.
Okay,
Not a
okay.
Maoist.
It's an Eastern
Taoist.
religion, right?
Yeah, I'm a Taoist, so I
Okay.
can just, it just means I can do whatever I want.
Wow.
It's the spiritual belief of doing it whatever you want.
Absolutely. Is this the same religion or spirituality that Andrew Tate follows?
No, he follows the religion of the camel people.
The camel people.
Yeah.
What do you know about the camel people?
They're good people, actually, and I think they've been attacked through history for way too long, especially in U.S. Society. Yeah, and they were blamed for 9/11, but they didn't do 9/11, so.
Wow. Unbelievable. Definitely such a segregated group, I have to say. I didn't know Andrew Tate was a follower of such groups, and that's an amazing thing. You know, that should promote a certain amount of freedom. I like to ask people what they think about Andrew Tate, because Andrew Tate seems to be one of those more provocative figures in our culture and in our social media structures and such. People seem to have a lot of opinions about him, so I love to ask our guests about those kinds of things. But wow, so you come from Oregon, and you're starting this new career. I mean, this is some happy, exciting, great, grand staircase type achievements coming down the pike. And I have to say, despite our empty audience here, I'm very thrilled to have learned more about you. Do you want to share any avenues in which you can go into your social media, your Instagrams, your Twitters, your X? I think it's X now, right? It's no longer Twitter, it's called X. It's been X'd out, but they still leave the uncensored stuff on there. But anyway, yeah, what do you think? Yeah, what do you think?
You can follow me on Instagram at the Ash Montoya, and I'm on YouTube. My channel's Ash Montoya. My Spotify is Ash Montoya. I don't have X. I got rid of it. Actually, I got rid of it when Elon took it over because he's a dork and should be punished for his crimes of humanity, which are, being a dork, making ugly cars, and being cringe. So he should be punished, and Trump should sign an executive order to.
Oh wow, presidential.
Yeah, he should sign an executive order to ban Elon from the country, but not just that, he can't go back to South Africa. We have to put him in a submarine.
Wow.
And the rest is history.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to get caught seeing the Titanic in that situation. Thing about Mr. Musk that's going on, I think there's a falling out between him and the president. But also, there's been rumors that he's spent a lot of money and sent a lot of things up into space through the SpaceX organization. I'm not sure, but some people are saying that there's quite literally litter out in space right now because of Musk.
I'm really happy that you brought that up, because that's another thing. Because he wants to go to Mars. He has that mission to Mars thing he's been talking about for years.
Absolutely.
He's sending stuff to space. That's another thing about him. He's a liar, not just because of some of his beliefs, but we're supposed to sit here and pretend that he's sending stuff in outer space, which, there really isn't space, really. That's not really a thing. And so he's just lying to us, NASA in Hebrew means lie, or to deceive.
Ooh,
and so,
deceive.
Yeah, he's just, he's getting billions of dollars just for a lie.
Wow.
Think about it.
Wow, that's a take that I've never considered.
Even his kid confirmed, his child, his really gorgeous daughter, confirmed all of this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is Elon Musk part of the, what some people call the Illuminati or the Cabal?
Probably not. Well, he's probably not because, he's not cool enough.
So, are you a flat earther?
No, because this is a realm.
A realm.
Yeah, there's no earth. Our reality is a realm.
A realm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, go ahead and explain. How do you mean a realm? Like,
Think about this. You know, you're playing a old PS2 game, and
Sure.
you're in a room, and then you go against the wall, and then it starts glitching. Sometimes you can go through, sometimes you can actually see that there's a design in the wall, and you see maybe a gray or blue something, which is outside the map. That's our reality.
Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's it. Wow. I've never heard that before. But yeah, so explain this dimensional shift. It's a beautiful thing. I've never heard this concept before.
Dimensional shift?
Yeah, dimensional shift. Yeah, dimensional shift. Go ahead. Tell me what you think about this. How do you explain this realm mindset? Or grind set, if you will.
Well, there was a dimensional shift on September 11, 2001, when
Oh wow, going back a few years.
we entered the same exact day we entered the age of Aquarius, and we haven't left that since then.
Okay, and Aquarius. Now, is this like a holiday, like Kwanzaa, or?
Kwanzaa is not a real holiday. It's created by that grifter guy. I don't really respect grifters, but yeah, so that's why it's not a real holiday. I don't take it seriously. But
Okay.
so yeah, no, Aquarius is the zodiac sign, and we entered that. Throughout history, there's ages of we were in Pisces for a long time, and then we entered Aquarius because the zodiac it changes into the sign, and that's when things got wacky and everything went downhill.
Wow, in so many different areas, or
Yeah,
within time, within culture, within
culture, politics, music, all of that.
Interesting. Wow. I have to say, I definitely think I agree. You know, that's what I call the state of the world, almost in this Panasonic tailspin. And who would have known it was during the age of Aquarius? You know, maybe there was a couple blood moons out there when this happened. I'm not sure, but it's quite interesting to hear it from such a world-renowned name, celebrity-wise. You are quite the spectacle all over social media. So it's interesting to have you on the show talking about these deeper concepts. Most people don't ever see you in this light. How do you think people will take this more personal view of you now that they're watching you for the first time on Moontime Devotion, saying things that you may have never said prior?
I think they have maybe a better understanding of me, where I come from, and I'm just gonna say this right now. You know, they might view me as a god,
Oh, wow. Just bottom line basics.
and I feel like God, and that's why I'm calling out, Elon Musk and all these people. And because God has the wrath, you can only play with God for so long.
Oh, wow. Yeah. No, that is very, very true, especially in the realms. You don't want to play chess with God in any kind of realm, I would say.
Life's a video game.
Yes. Is it better than Mario, though?
I mean, look at it this way. Everything's programmed. Look at our words. Spell, spelling means spell. Casting a spell. Library, that's why I don't go to the library. There's the word lie in it. And Bible has the word lie. Alien has the word lie. That's why we know that the alien's not true.
Wow.
Aliens aren't real. And
Don't tell that to Ridley Scott.
yeah, he hasn't made a good movie in 60 years. And then the word history is his story. So I'm just letting people know you gotta look at things from different angles. That's why I said you shouldn't, go to college and stuff.
Wow.
Because they teach that stuff,
Very true. Well, yeah, everything pertaining to what we're talking about, I do want to ask you, what do you think about the Mandela effect?
The Mandela effect.
Yeah.
Well, I don't,
Are you a Mandalorian?
a Mandalorian.
Yeah, that's what they call the followers of the
That
Mandela
Star
effect.
Wars show.
Well, yeah, it's a Star Wars show, but it's also kind of this Mandela
I
effect,
don't watch Star Wars. I'm sorry.
You don't like Star Wars?
No, it's for nerds.
Oh, wow, okay. Are you more of like a Star Trek kind of person, or?
No, I don't watch any of that stuff for nerds. And
Are you too sci-fi for the genre?
am I too sci-fi?
Yeah.
Or are they too sci-fi for me?
Either way. See, there you go. Now you're going back to the word thing.
See,
This is
you gotta-
why we
you gotta
love
look
Ash.
at-
Ash has.
You gotta look at things from different angles. Use your head. That's why I'm telling you guys.
Excellent.
That's how you become successful. You have to reverse it on people. Reverse whatever you're saying, the knowledge on people. All right.
Absolutely. This man has the decorative days to come. Let me tell you, there's nothing quite like it. We're really honored to have you. So, I mean, what do you think about this Mandela effect now that we've kind of run some trial and errors with the subliminal ways of words being so twisted around in today's world?
The Mandela effect. It might be real because some days, you wake up and let's say, you go to bed and I don't know what I was saying, but I don't know. Sometimes people, this happens sometimes, You go to bed with somebody you met at the bar, you sleep with them the next night, you wake up beside them, and that woman you thought has a penis, and you don't remember. And so there might be that's why it might be real, because there are stuff like that happens in our world that you swear that thing wasn't there before. For some reason it just now appears.
Just magically. Yeah. Wow. Well, it's very true. These kind of situations happen all the time. You don't want to go to the wrong carnival if you're going to taste the rainbow, right? So, I mean, these things happen, but that's why it's so important to stay focused on more productivity, love, action, and control when it comes to decision making and everything. But every hypothetical situation has a positive and a negative outcome, especially if it's a realm of dimensional shifts, if you will. So that's pretty fascinating, I have to say. Well, I got to say, Mr. Montoya, it was awesome to have you on the show.
Yeah.
Thanks again for being on here. Do you plan on coming back anytime soon? We'd love to have you. Are you going to be busy this year, or?
Sure, but might need a little something because my rent's low. You dig?
Yeah, no, we can work that out on the side.
Yeah.
Every episode is promoted by some kind of product, in which we should probably actually jump on that right away. I almost forgot. Here, I better grab the little thing here just towards the end. Well, hello folks. Now the real important part, at least for our audiences. Here's our promoted object for today. It's our Starbucks iced energy tea, lemonade, zero sugar. Zero sugar. Watch out, Jack Skeleton, zeros in town. We got a new one coming down the pike here again. And so these are the decorative days to come with an energetic, feel-good boost. And it'll hydrate you a little bit. So there you go, folks. That was our show for today. There's Montoya. And that's our show, folks. Welcome to Moontime Devotions, Episode 2. We're glad that you could take part, and we will see you next time. And until then, stay decorative, because these days are coming.